watching the Bulldog Brewhouse Pawcast.
Hey everybody, it's Steve Grover. We're back here again for another episode 2 of season 1 of the Bulldog Brewhouse Pawcast. Now, sorry if you guys missed us in February. After the Super Bowl and busy working, I took a break from month of February of doing a podcast. There's just too much work going on, too much partying going on. But we're back here in March, and we're here for episode 2 of season 1, and glad to be back. My guest today is Mr. Jon Graham from AAA.
Thanks, Steve.
So how are you doing, sir?
Good, my friend. You?
Good, good. Nice to see you.
You as well.
Thanks for being on the podcast.
Cheers.
Have a drink.
Yeah, or water.
Now, before I get started, I just want to mention today this episode's podcast is sponsored today by Calgary Heritage Brewing Company here in Calgary. Obviously, you know, I'm born and raised here in Calgary. I'm an Albertan first before being a Canadian. But, you know, I'm here to support local Calgary businesses. So we're getting sponsored today by a brewing company here in Calgary, the Calgary Heritage. So if you ever want a good cup of Joe, just go to the Calgary Heritage Brewing Company. They'll probably give you something, maybe put a little JD in there too.
Yeah, something, right? Something.
So how you been so far?
Not too bad. Ready for spring?
Yeah. So how was your winter? I haven't seen you since like last summer or so.
Yeah, probably the fall, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So how was your winter break?
Same as everybody. Been long.
Yeah. Did you go anywhere special?
Yeah, I get down south to Mexico a couple times.
Okay. So you hang out with the Sinaloa cartel?
Well, you know.
I don't know.
I don't offend the other cartels.
So you didn't see like El Chapo Jr. down there?
No, he was busy that weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
So where did you go into Mexico?
Down around the PV area, Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
Up the coast to Sayulita.
Okay. Is that near Sinaloa?
You're a little ways yet. You got to keep going up the coast, get
All
the
right.
Mazatlan and the Sinaloa province.
So obviously you're lucky you didn't get kidnapped down there by the cartel.
Nobody wants me besides you, Steve.
So they realize you don't have any money, so they want to kidnap you.
That's why I'm going to Mexico, right? Not Vegas.
All right. So how long were you in Mexico for?
First time a couple weeks, and the second time 10 days.
Okay. So you've gone twice already?
Yeah, we did just kind of a personal trip, and then Against All Abuse did a trip with about 13, 14 members.
Okay. Any motorcycling down there?
No, we were drinking too much.
Oh, okay. What's the drink of choice down in Mexico?
Whatever's cold.
Yeah? What cerveza?
Pacifico's a good one.
Yeah?
Absolutely. Victoria's a good one as well.
Are you a tequila fan?
Not at all. No,
Okay.
Can't stand it. But if you get the really expensive ones, then it's not too bad. It stops tasting like tequila.
So you like the $100 bottle of tequila?
Well, that's the when it starts tasting good. You know.
Okay.
You
Okay. So I'll have to remember that Christmas time to get you a really expensive bottle of tequila.
Yeah. You can just go to Mexico and we'll try it down there.
Okay. All right. Well, I haven't been to Mexico in a long time. I think the last time I was in Mexico was like Tijuana.
Okay.
That's not pretty sexy, is it?
I've never been to that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much a border town with San Diego.
Well, I was going to say you took it right at the wrong corner in San Diego.
Yeah, I did. We're heading down from San Diego to Tijuana, and I don't know if you've ever been through the border between U.S. and Mexico with NAFTA now.
Always flew.
Okay, because all of a sudden you're in California, and then you pass into the border, and like you're in Mexico.
Yeah.
So I wasn't supposed to take a rental car across the border. There's a long story with the police federales down there. I'll tell you another time. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean,
you made it back, obviously.
Yeah, I made it back. Yeah, but I've never been a big person to travel to Mexico. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I've been to Tijuana, and I think that's about it.
Well, you probably picked one of the worst places to start.
You know, Tijuana's I think it's the murder capital of the world right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's probably why I haven't been there.
Okay.
Yeah, try a more touristy place.
Okay, so Puerto Vallarta is pretty laid back.
It's pretty chill, yeah. And you go up the coast, and it gets more chill. Yeah.
Okay. So our guests are like the people watching in today and YouTube. Tell us a little about who Jon Graham is. Where are you originally from?
Originally from New Brunswick.
Okay.
And then been out here, probably over 30 years now.
Yeah.
Just dated myself.
Okay.
So been to Red Deer, lived in Red Deer for a while, then Calgary.
Yeah.
Love Calgary. It's New Brunswick will always be home, of course, like a typical Maritimer.
Okay.
But I love Calgary. I love Alberta.
Okay.
And,
So where were you born in New Brunswick?
In St. John.
Okay, St.
Yeah.
John. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know if you know, I'm licensed as a lawyer in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
So I've been there once.
That's a different province.
Yeah, I know. So tell me the difference. I've been in Halifax once in my life. It's okay. I mean, you have lobster, and then you walk around the harbor area.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been to Halifax. Very
Of course I've
beautiful.
been to Halifax.
You see the Canadian Navy, like 1 or 2 ships, and that's about it for the Canadian Navy.
That's it. You have the rest are at the pub.
So what's the difference between New Brunswick and Nova Scotia?
Well, they're two completely different provinces.
Well, I know that.
It's like Alberta, Saskatchewan. Well,
Yeah, but what's the difference?
Alberta education system.
Well, I know that, but I mean, I know Saskatchewan's not the same as Alberta.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not a maritime person.
You never been out there?
I've been to Halifax once.
It's just okay.
Yeah, to go to a trial lawyers conference.
gonna say
and,
for
you know,
business.
just say hey, I was out there. I'm a Nova Scotia lawyer
Yeah.
living in Calgary. If you ever
Yeah.
need a Nova Scotia lawyer, call me.
Yeah.
But so let us tell the viewers what's the difference between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, like lifestyle wise or economy wise. How does it differ?
Well, geographically, it's New Brunswick's connected to Quebec
Okay.
and the United States. It's with borders.
Yeah.
And of course, the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Nova Scotia is a peninsula connected to the mainland.
Yeah.
And they're both fantastic provinces. I got lots
Yeah.
of friends in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
New Brunswick is kind of a bigger landmass where it's on the mainland,
Yeah.
and of course Nova Scotia is more shaped like maybe a hockey stick.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
it's they're both beautiful places. Jokes
Yeah.
aside, I got lots of great friends out there. And,
So what's the big industry in New Brunswick?
pulp and paper,
Yeah.
fishing if there's any fish left there.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, things like that.
Okay.
You know, it's tourism. You know,
Okay.
they're waiting for you to go back out there.
So it's a big. I've heard through the grapevine that the Maritimes is a big motorcycle riding area during the summertime. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because it's beautiful.
Well, I've
Like
been
a-
there once. So tell me
I
why.
know, you're missing out. Well, the scenery, out here we've got the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
Back there it's more rolling hills, so
Yeah.
everything's very accessible.
Yeah.
It's St. John's, the oldest incorporated city in Canada, so everything was made from, basically horse paths,
Okay.
right? And then
Yeah.
they turned into roads,
Yeah.
right? And they paved them.
Okay.
So nothing really makes any sense as
Mm-hmm.
far as where you're going.
Okay.
If somebody asks you for directions, you're better off just showing them
Okay.
because you're never going to explain it to them,
Okay.
pre-GPS days.
So
of course.
compared, who are nicer people? People from Nova Scotia or New Brunswick? I don't know. I want your opinion.
Only an Albertan would ask
Oh,
that.
well, that's I'm an Albertan boy.
We're all awesome, Steve.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll highly recommend going down there.
Yeah.
And we're actually looking at an East Coast trip this year.
Okay.
So we'll do New Brunswick, Nova Scotia,
Yeah.
Cape Breton, which is part of Nova Scotia,
Yeah.
and of course with the famous Cabot Trail.
Yeah.
We'll rip over to Prince Edward Island as well. We don't have any time to hit Newfoundland. That's a separate trip in itself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, we're looking to do maybe 10 days on the ground and ship the bikes down.
Oh, so you're gonna ship the motorcycles
Yeah,
out there?
and then fly in.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing?
Well, when are you going?
Well, mid-September.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll be available.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need some more lawyers so I don't have to do so much work.
See, you're at that age, you should be just riding
Chilling
a bike
out.
anyway, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what brought you out to Alberta?
Same as everybody back then,
Money, money, money.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
A job, an economy,
Yeah.
potential future.
Okay.
So
There's not many jobs in New Brunswick?
Oh, I think it's gotten a lot better, Steve.
Yeah.
But it definitely is. It has harder times of the country for sure.
And why is that?
Well, I guess the economy more than anything.
So there's not much like industry out there? Or...
Well, the gas industry is coming along.
Yeah.
And it's getting better. But
Okay.
I don't think we're going to get into politics in this show, do we? But
No, not
you
really.
know, right?
Yeah, okay.
That's a big reason.
Even though we have an election coming up on May 29th.
Do
in
we?
Alberta, yeah.
Oh, Alberta! I thought you meant
Yeah.
the big one.
No.
I was like,
Trudeau?
how did I miss that in the last 20 minutes?
Well, Trudeau will win again. He'll just carry Ontario, Quebec, and BC, and he'll landslide again like always.
Yes, representation. They
Yeah,
call it fair
yeah.
representation. Unfair
So
representation.
obviously came out to Alberta 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Better economy. You think the lifestyle's better out here than New Brunswick?
Just different.
yeah.
Just different.
In what way?
As for a young person, there's a lot more opportunities.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Mhm.
Back in New Brunswick, it's a slower pace of life.
Yeah.
It's you don't have the big cities,
Yeah.
like St. John, Fredericton and Moncton, and, they're around probably 140,000 people.
Okay. So as big as Red Deer.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And then Halifax is what, probably 400,000 maybe, approximately?
Yeah. Okay, on a good day.
Did you enjoy Halifax?
Yeah, I liked Halifax. I was only there for 3 days. Flew in,
Yeah.
took a taxi in, stayed downtown at the Delta. I don't know if you know where that is.
Sure do, yeah.
And then, it was a trial lawyer. It was the Atlantic Provinces Trial Lawyers Association annual conference. They had a seminar going on. You sit in the back and you sleep all day.
Yeah.
You get pretty bored. No, I shouldn't say it. I like enjoying learning about law. And then they had a nice dinner party in the evening for their annual conference, and they had lobster and steak and all that stuff. And it was pretty fun.
How was the food?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
it was good food.
Are you a lobster fan, or are you more of a beef guy?
Yeah, I grew up here in Alberta.
Yeah.
Went to law school in Texas, so I like my beef.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm a beef guy too.
Yeah,
You're gonna get beat up for saying that.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Okay, so then obviously you come out here. So tell everyone what AAA is all about. Okay.
Well, AAA stands for Against All Abuse. It was founded 11 years ago. It's my cousin was basically jumped by 4 strangers, and up in Fort St. John, BC. He was up there working, and the night that they were out, him and his co-worker, 4 other guys, strangers, were walking down the street. They were filming this on their phone and just wanted to jump strangers.
Okay.
They jumped my cousin and his co-worker,
Yeah.
suckered them, and then they went down. My cousin hit his head, and then while they're filming this on their phone,
Yeah.
they attacked my cousin Chris Ball,
Yeah.
rest in peace,
Yeah.
and they airlifted the 2 out of the 4 bad bastards, I don't mind calling them that, took off. The other 2 stayed.
Yeah.
My cousin and his co-worker were unconscious,
Mm-hmm.
and then they airlifted my cousin to Edmonton,
Okay.
and 12 days later he never came out of his coma and passed away.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
horrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
horrible.
Just out of no reason, they just jumped.
No,
them.
and it just, this asshole who jumped him, the main guy, he was a self-proclaimed MMA guy, and I hate to say that because I'm a big fan of the
Yeah.
sport.
UFC.
Yeah. Anyway, and he was just obviously a punk. He had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
But that was he was looking to do, basically a bully to some degree. That's what I
Yeah.
mean. And anyway, so when they found, the police got to the bottom of it, they realized there was no prior interaction at all. So they weren't at a pub prior to the same place. Nothing. Zero. Just completely in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, my cousin didn't make it.
Okay.
So out of that, myself and Harvey Kreitch, one of my best friends, co-founder of Against All Abuse, and we came up with an idea for a memorial run for my cousin
Yeah.
and raise funds for victims of abuse.
Yeah.
And honestly, Steve, it's just gained momentum. Harvey told me back then, he goes, you wait, give it 5 years or so, and it's going to take on life of its own, and it sure has.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
very grateful for what it's become.
Yeah.
It's nothing I ever sought out to be part of.
Yeah.
I just like to ride my bike and have a beer with my cousin, and and just some good old boys.
So how old was your cousin when he passed on?
He was 39. It was just before his 40th birthday.
That's too young.
Yeah, and just a great guy. Your type of guy, and my type of guy, and give you the shirt off of his back, and just a real pure heart.
Well, I gotta tip my hat to you to go out and set up All Against Abuse in memory of your cousin.
Against All Abuse.
Against All Abuse, sorry.
That's
and
it.
Set up this whole organization, and the whole purpose is just to give recognition to not abusive situations like what your cousin was put into.
Raise awareness, raise funds.
Yeah.
We don't work with victims.
Yeah.
We're not trained for that.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. We know what we are and what we're capable
Yeah.
of. So we support other organizations.
Like what other organizations you guys support?
One of our favorite is Made by Mama down here
Okay.
in Kensington,
Yeah.
in Calgary, Alberta.
Okay.
They supply a lot of fresh cooked meals for families in distress.
Okay.
And they literally are home cooked food. They deliver to them.
Yeah.
They'll help them out with diapers, baby formula,
Yeah.
you name it. And every cent of every dollar goes to that cause.
Okay.
It's not one of these big, organizations where a nickel of every buck goes to where it's supposed to go. So we're a big supporter. Made by Mama, fantastic organization.
So Made by Mama makes good food?
Apparently.
So can they support a lawyer like me whose wife doesn't cook dinner?
Well,
I'm asking that.
you'd have to be
Don't tell my wife that.
You're going to probably be in distress when she sees the show. But I think one of the requirements is you have to have a child, of a certain.
Well, I got a daughter.
Yeah. How old though?
She's a youngie.
Okay. Well,
I had a kid late in my life. You know. So they'll help distressed lawyers that come home from hard work and there's no cooked meal on the dinner table.
We'll have to do a shout out and see what they'll do for you. You look pretty well fed. So. Well, they do fantastic things,
okay.
Steve.
All right. Okay.
Jokes aside, and we also support Airdrie Power out in Airdrie.
So what does Airdrie Power do?
They're basically like a woman's support and shelter.
Okay.
Yeah. In Airdrie, and I don't know if you're aware, but Airdrie is the domestic abuse capital of Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
It's always this nice
you'd think.
bedroom community in Calgary where you go out there for Balzac to go shopping at the mall, but it's
escape the traffic.
I like Airdrie. Like I always pass through there to go to Edmonton, and Yankee Boulevard. I stop at the Tim Hortons, get a coffee on the way to Edmonton. Yeah, but that's the reputation of Airdrie.
Very, very sad. Yeah, and they still, and you know what? Bring it up, whatever I'm gonna bring it up, but they're not allowed to have victims of abuse stay overnight there. And I just don't understand that.
Yeah.
So that kind of forces them to go back maybe to their abusive homes or situations. Yeah. Or forces them to come into the city of Calgary. Myself, I just don't get that.
So out of curiosity, why would Airdrie be the capital of domestic abuse in this area?
I have no idea.
Has anyone studied that at all?
No. You're the smart guy, so you should.
I'm not that smart. I just lucked out to get into law school. Hustled my way to get an office going. But I just found that very interesting because I was born and raised in Calgary.
Yeah.
I went away for school and university and law school. But I always come back home. This is still home.
Yeah.
I'm going to dying here. And you think of Calgary as just a chill city.
Yeah.
It's always ranked in the top 3 in the world for the best lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then you got Okotoks, which is I'm a big Okotoks Dogs fan, the baseball team there.
Okay.
Go down there. I like the bedroom community. I asked my wife, can we move down? No, I'm not living out in the country. Forget it. I need my Chinook Center.
Yeah.
And then you go to Airdrie, and it's like a bedroom community again, all over again. But
that's just the south and the north.
Yeah, but it surprises me that it's supposed to be kind of a chill area.
Yeah.
Have a good place to live there. Go shopping, maybe go to Mr. Mike's Steakhouse for dinner on Friday night. But that surprises me that it's actually the domestic violence capital.
Yeah, blew my mind too. I couldn't believe it.
So
but it's also probably something you and I don't really think about either.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you know, but at one time, Boulder, Colorado, which is like just outside of Denver, was the cocaine capital of North America.
Oh, really?
So you never think of that.
That's kind of strange. They don't have a port.
I don't know. I mean, the snow that falls there is not wet. It's actually from Colombia.
Yeah, right. Airdrops or
what? Exactly. So then, against all abuse, your whole organization is against any type of abuse, domestic abuse, violent abuse, child abuse. Is that
anything? That's where we don't get involved with the victims, so we support the professionals that are trained in this, and have the proper time. Because against all abuse is still 100% volunteer based. Yeah. Nobody gets paid with this. Every cent goes to the causes. Okay. And we found in our position, of course, it grows over the years. Find the right causes, do our events, and support it that way. Okay. And then we found that was the most efficient, effective, and the proper way to do it. Okay. You don't need me giving you advice on why your dinner isn't cooked at home.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I have to see Made by Mama. I mean, she's got to.
You and I will be down in Mexico again.
Well, hopefully I go to Mexico. So currently, how many members do you have of AAA?
We're about 50 members strong. Okay. And it's a nice size because we're big enough to support ourselves as far as events. Yeah. We do other things with the Veterans Food Bank, Veterans Association Food Bank.
Yeah, that's good of you.
Yeah, and it all goes to the veterans. So we they do one down in Okotoks every year. Yeah. The other thing we do is school pickups for kids being bullied. Oh yeah. That sort of thing. Yeah. Okay. We support the Legion as well. Yeah. Right. Okay. So there's a lot of holes in our society right now, and we just try to put our money where it matters. We've supported the Boys and Girls Club over the years as well.
Okay.
high school bullying clubs.
Yeah.
And, you know, in this situation, it's always how much money can you raise and where do you put it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So if someone's out there and they're seeing this podcast,
Yeah.
hopefully they're watching. You know,
I hope they are too.
I mean, we put this fancy logo up together, Winston and Roosevelt. Winston's got the sunglasses
I was
on.
gonna
Roosevelt's
ask.
got the white face. But
Yeah.
if some, you know, woman or dudes out there, hey, I want to be part of AAA or want to inquire, how do they get in contact with you?
Find us on our website, againstallabuse.org,
Okay.
or, of course, Facebook.
Okay.
You go on there and
Yeah.
search that.
Okay.
Typically, what we do is get people to come out and hang out with us for a couple months,
Yeah.
make sure it's a good fit,
Yeah.
and if it is, great, we'll become a member and start supporting the events. And
So do you have to ride a motorcycle to become a member?
you don't, no.
Well, you just show up in your Ferrari instead?
Well, you know,
Like-
you could.
I don't have a Ferrari.
We're cool pedestrians, Steve.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's all good.
Okay.
It's all about the heart with us. So.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, so AAA, you get together. Obviously, you know, you probably socialize together.
Absolutely.
What's the big events that you guys put on every year?
The biggest one, our flagship, is the Against All Abuse annual poker run.
Okay.
And that started as the memorial ride for my cousin Chris Ball.
Yeah.
And it just started gaining momentum. So this
Okay.
year is August 19th.
And that's a Saturday?
That's a Saturday.
Okay.
And I brought you a cool little postcard.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I'll just show that. So it's AAA, be brave, be kind. That's your saying, right?
That's our motto, yeah.
Okay. Oh, you got a whole poster.
Brought you a
Let's put that
poster
up.
too, yeah.
All right. Look at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on both sides, so you can't even mess it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at the sponsors on the bottom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's
Grover Law Firm
Grover
right
Law
there,
Firm
man.
down there.
So riders want it. So it's okay if I show up again.
Absolutely.
'Cause I came out at, that was pre-COVID 2019, wasn't it? I came out.
We never missed a beat.
No, but I came out one time. Remember?
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that 2019?
That probably was. You know that.
Yeah. So you guys.
You
still,
haven't been allowed out since, right?
No, my wife won't let me out. She still won't even cook me dinner. I'm in the garage with the dog. Even the dogs have a better lifestyle than me, man.
They probably eat better, right?
Probably. So it starts out at the Mad Rose Pub.
Mad Rose Pub. So
Yeah.
that's Matt, who's the owner of Mad Rose Pub up in
Yeah.
Royal Oak, Northwest. Been supporting us forever.
Okay.
They cook. This is $69. We're gonna mention that. That includes all your meals. So Matt
Okay.
makes fresh, custom-made pizzas, breakfast pizzas with
Yeah.
pizza on
Oh,
it,
yeah.
bacon.
Yeah, that was good. I remember I showed up that
Right.
day. Like I didn't want breakfast, and then I saw those breakfast pizzas. I
Yeah.
had like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, and a guy like me who doesn't eat eggs, well, they'll make
Yeah.
you a normal pizza,
Yeah.
pepperoni, whatever.
Okay.
CPS, Calgary Police Service, shout out to them. They show up and give us an escort out of town.
Yeah.
But Matt at the Mad Rose, and then CPS leads us out to the Trans-Canada Highway to keep
Yeah.
us safe.
Yeah.
Then off we go, and then
Okay.
we stop down at the Fortress gas station.
Yeah. And
by
that's
Canada.
Highway 40 pass.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So stop there and
Yeah.
have a refreshment, and while everybody fuels up,
Mm-hmm.
and then from there we go up to the Highwood Pass and stop close to the summit,
Yeah.
where the lanes are big and wide.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we have a beer up there or water or whatever,
Yeah.
you know. Or,
Water. Let's say water.
You know,
Okay.
yeah.
I don't want people think you're drinking on the road.
Well, you're allowed to have one. That's why they have restaurants in the parking lot.
Well, don't tell that to Notley. We're not allowed to drink at all.
Yeah. Yeah, so then from there we go, we come out at Longview and stop in Turner Valley, rip up through Millerville, up to 22X, and head east back to the Deerfoot, and then we stop at Deerfoot Inn and Casino.
Okay, and you stop at Kicker's Bar.
We stop at Kickers.
Is that
Kickers
is
Bar.
that place still open now?
It is still open.
Okay.
I really miss Blackie. Shout out to
Yeah,
Blackie.
yeah,
He used to
yeah.
own it, and he
Okay.
doesn't own it anymore, but they're good to us. And
Okay.
yeah, and then back to the Deerfoot Inn Casino, and we have a
Okay.
turkey dinner buffet.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's just like Christmas,
Oh, I know.
minus all the family and all the chaos.
And
You
you
know,
got dancing going, live band,
live. Well, we do a live DJ.
a live DJ.
Yeah,
sort
we've
of.
got a professional comedian.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of our original members, Clark Robertson. He's the Don Cherry
Yeah.
impersonator.
Oh, yeah.
He's been on Dragon's Den. He's as professional as you get.
Okay.
So he MCs it, and there's a live auction, a raffle table. It's a fun evening.
Yeah, I remember buying some stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a fun time. I showed up on my Triumph Scrambler.
Yeah.
I was the only dude not. What do you ride still?
I had the Harley back then. Now I've
Yeah.
got a Honda F6P.
Okay. Oh,
Wait,
that's a
Goldwyn.
good. But I had the Scrambler going.
Yeah.
And then we went to the gas station at Ticini, the casino. We stopped there.
Yeah.
Then we followed you guys up to the Highway Pass, and then
Okay.
we went to that pub in Turner Valley.
Yeah.
And then I think I went home to change.
Yeah.
Dropped off my bike.
Were you
and
let
then,
out?
And then I went back on with my SUV, and I
Okay.
spent the night at the Deerfoot Inn Casino.
Yeah.
I had-
Fantastic.
Yeah, I had a couple pops that night.
Yeah.
Couldn't drive home, so I
Yeah.
stayed at the hotel. But I had a really good time.
Yeah.
Hopefully the wife will let me out this year.
Well, if not,
Yeah.
I'll email her for you if you want.
Okay, so I just want to present you this because we're serious supporters of the motorcycle community.
Yeah.
I believe in what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I respect you for setting this up in honor of your cousin. Obviously we're sponsored, but I know you haven't had time to pick up this check because you've been so busy in
Wait,
Mexico.
this is way more personal.
Yeah, but on behalf of Grover Law Firm, I'm gonna give you this check for $1,000 to sponsor your poker run for this year. Okay?
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully
You
that'll
still got to
help.
pay for your seat though at the poker run.
Yeah, I'll pay $69. Anytime I have to pay $69, I like that.
Yeah, right. It's a mental thing, right? But thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jokes aside.
Oh yeah. So I
You've been
can
there
keep
for years.
these.
Yes, that's for you. I've got a
Okay.
few extra ones
All
there
right.
for
Yeah,
your
if you-
friends.
Yeah, if you can give that out to us.
Yeah.
You can hand them out to
Let me see
people.
what else I got for you.
Mm.
For $1,000, you should get something.
Well, maybe give me. Oh,
There's
wow.
some bracelets
Okay,
there.
that's sweet.
Those are free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give that out to my staff. We'll put one on now.
Yeah, well, that's absolutely.
All right, thank you.
And I didn't bring a whole bunch of swag, but I brought you one of our new style shirts.
Okay.
Right? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, be brave, be kind.
Be brave, be kind.
Okay.
It's embroidered, so
Yeah,
that'll
yeah.
outlast me and you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the back, just nice
Oh,
and tasteful.
yeah,
Against all abuse.
just not too in your face.
That's right.
Okay. What size is that?
That's a medium. I
Yeah,
thought
take-
you were a
I take-
medium.
Yeah, I take a medium.
I figured
Thank
that
God.
was you.
Yeah, don't give me
And
small.
that's brand new. Nobody's worn that.
Yeah. All right. I'll
There
wear
you go, my
this.
friend.
I'll wear this.
Yeah.
I'll wear this on what is it? August
19.
I'll be there August 19th wearing
Okay.
this under my
Right?
my leather jacket.
Make sure you get a room because
Yeah.
there's
Oh, yeah.
beers. I know
Yeah.
we're allowed to say
Oh,
that. We got hats for sale.
Okay.
We got our hoodies for sale, which
Okay.
are beautiful as well.
Yeah.
All kinds of swag. We got our big calendars out. I forgot to bring you a calendar.
Yeah. Is
So
there
I
any-
will drop you off a calendar for free.
like any biker babes on the calendar.
Well, we have both sexes. They're all sexes, right?
No, I like Deerfoot Inn Casino. It's a nice, comfortable hotel.
Yeah.
They got a good casino. They've got a good conference area. You guys had it set up really well that year when I showed up.
Yeah.
You had all the auction tables on the side.
Yeah.
They had the buffet. Yeah, I think you couldn't serve yourself at
That
that time.
year, is that-
Yeah.
okay,
So
so-
it must have been 2020.
Well, that's been 2020.
Yeah, and then there's some good dancing that night.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember dancing that night. I
Yeah.
had a good time.
Yeah.
Drinking some pops.
There's probably a picture of you dancing,
Probably
Steve.
somewhere. Don't show it to me, okay?
That'll cost you another $1,000.
I'm not a good dancer.
Well, that's why there's a bar.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But yeah, we've got rooms on special that night. They've gone up from 109 to 129, which is still a great deal.
Yeah.
For that hotel.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
fantastic place.
Yeah. Well, I like it. It's pretty chill hotel. Good location.
Perfect
in the suburbs,
location,
A
you
lot
know.
of free parking.
They rope off an area for
Yeah,
us
yeah,
that's
yeah.
just for the poker run and
Yeah.
against all abuse.
It's a safe area, so no one will steal your motorcycle
Nobody,
overnight.
you know how much you hope somebody steals that Triumph. They're not
Yeah.
gonna because there's
No,
security there.
I sold that Triumph.
Oh, did you?
So I'll tell you about. So I ride that Triumph,
Yeah.
and it's got it's got 94 horsepower, 1200 cc. It's
pretty good.
All the way, yeah. But you guys are riding the Harleys and
Yep.
just trucking it, and I was just cranking it all the way,
Yeah.
all the way, and I couldn't even keep up with you guys. Like, this sucks.
Still within the speed limit, of course.
Yeah, but I was just, I mean, it's a beautiful motorcycle. It was a Triumph Scrambler 1200 XC,
Yeah.
green in color. But, I didn't love it.
Yeah.
And, for me, I've been riding motorcycles since I've been very young.
Yeah.
And for me, a motorcycle has to fit like a glove.
Yes.
And if it's not, like they used to say in the O.J. Simpson, trial, if the glove doesn't fit, you have to quit. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So if the glove doesn't fit, you got to sell the motorcycle.
Gotcha.
So that was during COVID, and I sold the motorcycle. I only lost $1,000 on the deal because this is during COVID and there's
Yeah.
no motorcycles around.
Yeah.
This kid came all the way from the Winnipeg,
Yeah.
flew out, gave me cash in my garage, loaded up, and rode it all the way back to the peg.
That's what he wanted. He knew what he
Exactly.
wanted.
No BS.
Yeah.
So
What's your favorite bike now? Excuse me.
Well, I still like Ducatis.
Yeah.
I mean, they are prima donna Italian,
Yeah.
model looking bikes. But I picked up this new Harley Davidson Lowrider ST.
Okay.
It's the El Diablo version.
Okay.
It's called the Devil.
Yeah,
It's
I
got this
understand.
funky. It's like
Si entiendo.
yeah, it's a cool bike. I'll ride that out this year.
Okay.
You'll have to see. It's got this funky red color. El Diablo means the devil.
Yeah.
And it's like I like the Road Glide. It's just too big of a bike for me.
Yeah.
And the Street Glide's okay, but this Lowrider ST is a new model. It's like the old FXTR kind of
Okay.
rides from the 90s and stuff like that. The club rides.
Okay.
So I'll have to bring that out, and I enjoy it because it's like a cruiser, and it's got the front fairing to protect you.
Okay.
But you can cut, you can move it like a sports bike.
Does that got the 114 cubic inch?
117.
117.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. But I made stage 2 it.
Okay.
And then they want, I don't know, I bought it from Calgary Harley. They're like, put the 131 in. Like, I don't need a 131, dude. Like, I got a sport bike. Like, why do I need a 131,
Yeah, right.
Harley Davidson?
Yeah.
So it's got the 117. I don't like the pipes because it's factory pipes.
Yeah.
I want to do a 2-in-1.
Of course.
And then obviously I'd have to do a stage 2. That's a couple grand. So
Yeah.
But I got to put some kilometers on it. I got 0 kilometers on it. It's still at the Calgary Harley dealership out there.
Oh, God.
So I haven't picked it up. But yeah, I think that it's a cool bike.
Yeah.
You'll have to see it.
Yeah.
It's a Lowrider ST, the new model. But it's pretty sweet. But what do you ride?
I got the F6B Goldwing.
Okay, you like that?
Yeah, I love it.
What
I
color
love
is
it.
it?
It's black.
Okay,
Yeah.
man. So you're like Johnny Cash, man in black.
It's 108. Well, you must be original. Get a black motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly.
It's 118 horsepower, and I got some pipes on it, so probably around 120.
Okay.
And I just love it. You know what I mean? Nothing against Harleys. I've spent a lot of decades on them. I love them.
Yeah.
If I was a lawyer, I'd have a whole bunch of bikes. But,
Yeah.
I'm
Man,
not, so.
you're just spending money on insurance for no reason.
Right?
So why was this big jump from Harley to Honda? Just out of curiosity.
It's
It's usually the other way around.
I'm a pretty aggressive rider, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I just like the performance, the frames.
Yeah.
We're gonna get sued by Harley if we keep this up.
Well, I don't know. You're the one going from Harley to Honda. I mean, they want to know in Milwaukee why you gave up on.
I think they know in Milwaukee why
you gave up on Harley.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I love it. And I'd have a Harley as well. You know what I mean? But for the money, it's hard to beat that performance.
Yeah.
While still having a full bagger. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So.
Okay.
We'd like to do the road trips, and we got one coming up in July. If you want to come on a BC trip,
that's going to be. Where are you going to go in BC?
we're going down to Creston for a couple nights.
Oh yeah, that's a nice town.
Yeah, and then we're going up to Nakusp to see Riders Retreat.
Okay.
They take great care of us there too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
just a quick one, 4 nights and back.
Okay.
And we'll have a chase vehicle, and all the meals are there, so you won't starve. And
Okay, so send me a message on Facebook about it.
I will.
I'll see if the wife will let me out of the house for 4
She
days.
probably want to get rid of you. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's only 4 days.
Well, as long as I leave the credit card to go to like Holt Renfrew, she's like,
Right.
go wherever you want. I don't care. Even go
Exactly.
to Vegas for the weekend. Just get
Yeah,
out.
we do the meal preps. All you gotta do is show up with the dinner bell rings.
Okay,
right?
sure. So, like, how long have you been riding motorcycles for?
Oh, got my first dirt bike when I was in grade 7.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably similar to you.
Okay.
How old are you in grade 7? Probably like 12 or something.
I don't remember. I'm so old now. I can't
I
remember like what time what I had lunch for
I
lunch.
wonder who's
today.
older, me or you.
Probably me.
That's a different podcast. That'll be fully licensed.
So you got into dirt bikes in grade 7?
Got
So
into-
I think you're 12 years old when you're in grade 7.
Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah, okay.
So get in the dirt bikes, had a
Yeah.
couple dirt bikes, and then grade 12 get in the street bikes.
Okay.
And then just love them, and then came out west, and there was a period of probably 8 or 10 years where I didn't own one,
Okay.
and that was enough of that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So
So what was your first street bike?
my first street bike was a Kawasaki LTD 440,
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
and that was
Okay.
fun. And
All
then
right.
from there I went to a Yamaha FZ 750.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a nice jump, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then you went to Harley.
Jeeps, let me think. I think after that I went to Harley, and 3 Harleys later, I think I used to buy and sell a couple bikes too, just
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So there was a couple wings in there.
Yeah.
There was a Suzuki 650 sport bike in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And then and then so now I've just got the F6B and I've got a VMAX.
Oh, okay.
You
Cool.
know.
So no plans to go out to Milwaukee for the 120th Harley anniversary? 'Cause you don't ride a Harley now?
Well, hey, I still go. My friends pick on me. I'm not afraid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your dream bike? If money was no option, what would John go out and buy?
Like
today?
if you were going to buy me a bike?
No, I don't have any money. I just work and pay all the staff, and pay for my dogs, and pay for my wife and my kid. I got no money.
I don't know, man. Honestly,
What?
it would probably be a bunch of bikes. You know, and you can relate to that.
Give me three, like, your top three bikes that you would buy if money was no option. So
Okay, if
the
I had to
viewers
pick
know.
three, I'd probably pick the BMW K1600 bagger.
Okay.
Right, it's about 160 horsepower.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's kind of chopped like a street glide.
Is that like the cop motorcycle out in Europe now the cops use that? The
I don't
police?
know. They probably
Yeah.
use more of a
1200.
adventure bike or something,
Yeah,
I would
okay.
think.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
And then what's your second one?
Second one, the new F6B Goldwing, the
Okay.
newer version of
Yeah,
mine.
Yeah.
Those are a nice bike.
Yeah.
And then I would probably go with a Road Glide.
Okay.
CVO, of course, you know, because you're
CVO.
buying.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, those are up to, like, I saw some.
We got to be at
CVOs.
$250,000 almost with that.
Well, CVOs are like 50 now. I've seen them up to 70 grand.
No, they
It's
got to be
insane.
70 all day
But
long.
you actually would buy a CVO?
Well, if you were buying,
No,
sure.
but I've talked to a lot of people about buying a CVO, and they
Yeah.
say, you know what, if you want a Road Glide, get a Road Glide Special,
Yeah.
and then build it the way you want it.
Well, you're gonna build every Harley you buy. Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
real. You know, most people don't leave the showroom with their exhaust.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
But the CVO, you can walk out the door, drop the money, and walk out with it, right? You're
Well,
not going to make any changes.
Sure
to it?
you are.
Oh, you
Of
are.
course you are.
Okay,
You know
spend-
you are.
what would you do in a CVO?
Well, you do your stage 2, then your stage 3, then your stage 4, right? You know, that's the way Harleys work.
Really? Yeah.
You know.
They get you in the door, and then they send you over to the customs Harley department. You
Well,
spend
you
another 50 grand on accessories.
Start
right?
riding with guys, you know, that have
Yeah.
more horsepower, and
Yeah.
you know,
Then you want to keep up with them.
bikes lead to bigger bikes, as
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
right? So
So obviously, those are your three top bikes.
I would say, yeah.
You wouldn't have a Ducati in there or a Triumph.
You know, it's a lot of speed, Steve.
Yeah.
I get enough. You know what I mean? I go
Yeah.
fast enough with what I got.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, and if I wiped out, then I'd have to come see you, and you know,
Yeah.
maybe then I'd get rich. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay. So outside motorcycling, obviously, you know, I don't know if you know, but I'm a big sports fan. I love sports,
Yeah.
football, hockey, baseball.
Yeah.
You know, if Gophers were having a soccer league, I'd probably watch it. You know,
Well,
those little Gophers.
Yeah, that would
I watch
probably be some
any
soccer worth watching.
I mean, I watched the World Cup. You know, so what are the big sports that the viewers should know about John? Like, what do you like for sports?
I'll go watch anything as long as there's, you know, a beer there and some
Yeah.
good company.
Okay.
But other than that, no, I'd sooner ride than watch sports.
Yeah.
Obviously a Flames fan.
Yeah.
I grew up playing hockey out east.
Okay. What position did you play?
I was a goalie, can you tell?
Yeah. A lot of pucks to the
A
head.
few. A couple of them. And then, I, of course, played soccer because it was cheap, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then, what else did I do? Oh, badminton. I played,
So are you a soccer fan at all? Like football fan?
like soccer.
Yeah, you like.
I love the sport. I don't watch that.
Okay.
It's just, again, I don't have any time, you know,
Yeah.
just like you. It's
Yeah.
I need 40 hours in the day.
Okay.
Between
So,
against all abuse and,
Yeah.
and just life
Working,
itself,
yeah.
right? And then riding.
yeah.
You know, I got 10,000 kilometers on last year. How many did you get?
Oh, probably like maybe 3,000.
Okay,
Little
so,
lucky.
yeah,
That's
you-
not bad.
You need to get away from this
Yeah,
office a bit.
Exactly.
But no,
Actually,
love
right,
sports.
yeah.
Did martial arts for a few years. And
Yeah. So who's better at martial arts? Okay, you and I are about the same age. Okay.
I'm better than you.
No. Let's talk about Jean-Claude Van or Steven Seagal. Who would you take in a fight? Like honestly.
Like today?
No, back then in the 80s and 90s when we were young.
Well,
man.
well, wasn't Jean-Claude Van Damme probably like 14 when Steven Seagal was kicking
Well,
butt?
he did Bloodsport. You remember that movie? That was pretty badass.
Yeah.
I mean, who do you like better, Jean-Claude Van Damme or Steven Seagal?
Well, Jean-Claude's Canadian, is he not?
No, he's from Belgium.
Oh, that was close. He's French. That's where I was getting confused. That's right.
But you know JVC, right?
I love them both.
You love them both?
Yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't pick one or the other?
I would probably pick Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
I like JVC.
Yeah.
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 Steven Seagal, I watch his movies. He's got like Above the Law, all those movies. He never gets scratch on him. Never.
Yeah.
He just kicks the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
And
It's
he
the
takes
movies,
on,
though.
yeah, but he takes on 50 guys and like he doesn't even get hit to the face. Like, dude, like he thinks he's Superman.
Yeah, I guess they could add more realism in there.
At least JVC, and then he had those cocaine problems in Hollywood.
Did he?
Then he came out of that and he's
Okay.
rebuilt his life now.
Okay.
But are you to get into acting? Obviously, are you a Sly Stallone fan or Arnold Schwarzenegger fan?
Well, they're both great.
Yeah, but you got to pick one of the two, dude.
Well, it's kind of like a hungover Sunday afternoon movie. You don't have to really think, right?
Yeah, but which one would you? If you had to, okay, so say you're down in Vegas.
I like them all. They're on that movie with all of them together.
Let's get reality. Okay, say you're at like Caesar's Palace.
Yeah.
And some guy says, you know what? We're gonna comp you for the night at Caesar's Palace. We like you, John.
Yeah.
And by the way, we also have a dinner.
Okay.
You can either sit with Arnold Schwarzenegger and shoot the shit with him all night and have beers or smoke cigars.
Yeah.
Or you're either gonna have scotch and cigars with Sylvester Stallone. Who would you spend?
Are they both Republicans?
Well, I don't. well, Stallone. I mean, Schwarzenegger is.
Yeah.
Because he ran as a Republican for the California governorship.
He was the governor, right?
Yeah, but who would you sit down and have a couple of drinks and smoke a cigar with?
Well,
If you only had one choice.
I think Arnold's a bit bigger cigar smoker, so
Yeah.
I'd probably pick him.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Tulsa King with Sylvester's new show. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're an Arnold fan then?
I guess.
Yeah. Well, both ride
Who
motorcycles.
asks questions like that, Steve?
Huh?
Jesus, are you an Arnold fan? Driving here, I'm like, I never thought you'd ask me that.
Well, you think it'd be a boring lawyer show? You want me to talk about law?
I thought, yeah.
No. I like to talk about sports. I'm a big movie fan. Unfortunately, like with COVID, it shut down. I used to go every Sunday afternoon to see a movie. Every Sunday, clockwork, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
And then COVID came and shut that down. So I sat at home and watched Narcos. Like
Okay.
I love Narcos.
Yeah.
Like Narcos and the Narco Mexico one.
I tried that, but I don't want to read while I'm watching TV.
Yeah, but but have you been to Colombia?
No.
Okay, you got to go. So what you have to do is go to Colombia, like I did.
Yeah.
You go to Bogota, then you go to Cali. There's a company I can refer you to. You rent some motorcycles. You go through the coffee region.
Yeah.
And then you come back to Cali, and then you go to Medellin, which is the party capital of Colombia.
Yeah.
And then you spend some nights there partying, and then you fly back to Canada.
Yeah.
Then you watch Narcos because I'm serious. Like when I watched Narcos, I felt I was back in Colombia.
Yeah.
They just got the whole show right.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
Someday.
And then we took the Pablo Escobar tour.
Okay.
So they have a tour where they take you around and they show you all the places that Pablo would pray to Jesus to make sure my cocaine delivery gets to the U.S.
Yeah, right. Please.
They showed the
Sweet
apartment
baby
building.
Jesus, please let this 80 tons of cocaine land okay.
in Miami.
Right.
They show the big apartment building him and his wife lived in, and then the Cali cartel blew it up, and they started a big cartel war.
Okay.
And then you end up in the cemetery where he's buried. So you see him and his family all there.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Is it a licensed tour?
Well, I don't know. You can drink beer, so
Yeah, that's all that matters. If you're on vacation,
yeah.
you stay hydrated.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun too. I recommend going to Medellin and doing the Pablo Escobar tour.
Okay.
But then you come back to Canada, you watch Narcos, and they got the whole show right.
Okay.
It was just amazing how I felt like I was back in Colombia.
Yeah.
I could smell like the humidity.
The cocaine.
Well, I could taste the beer. But Medellin's a good party town. They got like nice restaurants, nice pubs, nice like nightclubs. I mean, it's cheap to go there. I recommend going to Colombia.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you go to Mexico. But
Well, it's cheap.
yeah, well, so is Colombia.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Beer's like $1.50 or so.
All right. Yeah, we're $2 down there now.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, but you like the Flames, obviously.
Love the Flames. Don't know what's going on this year,
I
but
don't think they're gonna make the finals.
No.
They're not gonna make the playoffs.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
So there's a joke. The Flames are like a bag of tea.
Yes.
They're good for one cup.
Oh,
I don't know if you heard that.
No, I didn't. You know we actually won too, though, right?
Well, that one goal Martin Gillen kicked in supposedly.
Oh, yeah,
well, that's what the refs said.
It didn't cross the line. What was that, 04, 05
Yeah,
or something?
04 against Tampa. And then Tampa went back Game 7 and won it in Tampa.
Yeah.
And
then how many months later you see an actual footage of the thing crossing the goal.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, wow.
Well, Gary Bettman had to put his 2 cents in. Like, we need a Stanley Cup in Florida to make it more marketable and make more money in the U.S.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly the problem. So.
Yes, we talked about sports, motorcycling, Mexico.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to end up on today?
We've got our season opener.
Oh, when's that for AAA?
Yeah, April 15th.
Okay.
You should see if you're allowed out for that, because that'd be fun.
So what day of the week?
That's not far from here. That's over in the southwest, by Signal
What day of the week is that?
Well, it's a Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's right after Easter weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell the viewers how does that happen with your opening weekend for AAA?
Well, it's a private party. You're invited.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually let me in the building.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll let
you
you in.
have some big bouncer kicking me out.
No, we'll let you in for free of that one too.
Okay, so where is it at?
That's over in the southwest at Community Hall.
What's the name of Community Hall?
Well, geez, I don't think we can put that on there.
You want
to show off, right?
People showing up.
So yeah, we just we've got a DJ comes in.
Yeah.
We keep it real simple. It's pizzas.
Yeah.
And your mix and the DJ, all that, and you bring your own booze.
Oh, really?
So you can bring your $200 bottle of tequila and whatever you don't finish, you take it home with you, man.
I like my Jack Daniels.
Do you?
Yeah, a $40 ball of JD and some Coke. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, we better clarify. Yeah, I'm a rum guy myself.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's your favorite rum?
Lemon Heart.
Lemon Heart. Yeah, that's a good one. I have that. They have that Lemon Heart special now or something?
Yeah, it's like a spiced or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's why I like Lemon Heart. It's just there's no vanilla, there's no coffee. No. It's just a good dark rum.
You like
with
Bacardis or too cheap for you?
Bacardi?
White Bacardi?
It's all right. That's.
What about Havana Club? You like that one?
It's all right. Doesn't have enough rum taste to it.
Okay, so Lemon Heart's a choice, a drink for John.
Yeah.
I'll have to remember that for Christmas.
Yeah.
Send you a nice bottle.
I thought I told you last year, but I didn't remember getting that bottle.
I thought I sent you 2 bottles. You always said it's the wrong Jon Graham.
Yeah, I think so. It's Jon.
Oh, it's Jon? I said it's Jon.
Yeah, that's
HN.
Yeah.
I said it Johnny instead.
That's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's coming April 15th.
April 15th. You're welcome to come over for that.
So no motorcycles, obviously, because the season's not really started.
Well, you're more than welcome to ride. I got out riding last week, didn't you?
No.
I got out Wednesday and Thursday.
No, I don't start riding until about May, and I'm worried about that pea gravel. I mean, I had a friend last year, so he goes out in May.
Yeah.
He's out riding his bike. He does like a turn, boom, hits pea gravel down, breaks both legs. Whole season he's done.
Oh shit.
The bike is gone too.
Oh good.
So I mean, I just don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you spend time on dirt bikes?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well, I don't know. But you're right. He was riding like a sport bike.
Yeah.
He hits pea gravel. Calgary, you go down right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you could do that in September too.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, you got to be really aware. And if somebody's not comfortable with it, absolutely don't go out there. But
yeah, exactly.
I had to ride my sidewalk.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get out on the street because there was still snow on it.
Oh, okay.
But the road was dry down there, so I rode the sidewalk down my neighborhood until I could get out in the street.
Okay.
Then off I went.
Okay. So you can probably ride down to the party on April 15th if the weather
I won't
permits?
be. I'll be doing some type of taxi or Uber or something.
Oh, okay.
Because of that Lemon Heart rum.
Oh,
right?
okay. So you're good. You no drinking and driving. Right?
No, we're responsible.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you got pizza, DJ, some bring your own booze, BYOB, and just good company. That's
absolutely.
That's all that matters.
Keeps it small and intimate so you can talk to people.
Any dancing going on that night?
Absolutely. Okay. Like, bring that jacket. We'll be waiting for it.
My Miami Vice jacket.
That's it, right?
This is Miami Vice jacket. Man.
We're in, man.
All right.
No, it'll be a great time. And like I said, it's great. It's instead of being around so many people, you can actually talk to people this way. And,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Send me a message on Facebook so we don't, reveal the location so 50,000 people just don't show up for a party.
That's right.
All right. Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, I appreciate you showing up, taking the time. I mean, I hope you enjoyed the podcast today.
It was cool. I'd never been on one before, so I was like comparing this like Joe Rogan. I'm like, I thought we might be smoking cannabis and drinking beer and stuff.
Yeah.
So the next one we'll have to do that.
Yeah, we'll have a couple pops.
Yeah. But jokes aside, Steve, thanks so much for what you do.
Yeah.
You're huge in the community.
Okay.
And you're always there for AAA.
Okay.
And we are very grateful, man.
And no post-it checks this year, just one check.
Right. We know how to close the deal. We know where you live, too.
Exactly.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
my friend.
Thank you.
Take care.
So this is Steve Grover for episode 2, season 1 of the podcast, the Bulldog Brewhouse Pawcast. I hope you enjoyed it, and it was a pleasure talking to Jon. And if anyone's out there interested in joining AAA, you're always open to new members, correct?
Absolutely.
Feel free to go on the website
Come take a look
and check it out.
Yeah,
All right, you guys do excellent work.
Yeah.
I'm glad to support you guys, and hopefully you have a great riding season this year, and everything's safe with you and your family.
That's right.
All right.
All right. Bless you, man.
Okay,
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, bud.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.